Hey guys, welcome back to the Gregorio Girls channel. My name's Shauna and today I have another tutorial for you. So today's tutorial is on this look right here using the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. Just got this palette, my friend Erin just gave it to me. I feel like I've been doing a lot of everyday summer looks, so I definitely wanted to play with a little bit of color. So if you would like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So to start, I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and I'm just going to prime my eyes with that. Okay, and I'm actually not going to set that concealer with any powder. I've been hearing if you don't set your eyeshadow base with any type of powder, when you apply your eyeshadows, they come through a lot more pigmented, so I'm going to try that today. And the palette that we're using today is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. This is obviously a very bright and vibrant palette, so definitely a great palette to test that pigment theory with. Now, since this palette is so colorful, I think we're probably going to have to do something pretty dramatic and bold today. I don't think this is really like an everyday look type of palette. And I'm not even sure the type of look that I want to do, so we'll just see what we come up with. So the first shade I'm going to take is this shade Eden right here. It's like a nice peachy transition shade. And the more I think about it, the more I think I want to do a cut crease. So when you're blending, make sure you bring it really far into the inner corner of your eye. And if you have hooded eyes, make sure you're blending really far up, just so that shadow peeks through once we cut the crease. And then next, on a clean brush, I want to go in with Blazing right here. It's like that nice burnt orange shade. And just keep building up our crease color. And then I'm going to go back in with Eden and just make sure I don't lose any of that peeking out, just peeking out at the top. And once that's nice and blended, let's go in with Saffron, and again, we're just deepening our crease a little bit more. Now I know I say this in all my cut crease videos, but just make sure you are blending your shadows further up than you normally would, especially if you do have hooded eyes, because we're going to have to cut our crease a little bit higher than where our natural crease is. If you don't have hooded eyes, you can probably just follow your eyeball kind of like as a template or a guide for where you want to cut your crease. But especially if you do have more hooded eyes, just make sure you are taking these shadows just a little bit higher onto your brow bone, because you definitely want to make sure that you can see them once we go in with that concealer. Now I took Saffron on my Morphe M573 brush, so you can see this is a little bit more fluffy and tapered. So I'm going to go back in with that same color Saffron on my Morphe M433 brush, and you can see this is less fluffy, but still kind of tapered. And I'm just going to use it to kind of concentrate that color right here and just build it up a little bit more so that when I do cut my crease, there's like a nice line of that deep pink. And it just looks a little bit cooler when you cut your crease. There's just kind of that contrast between your lid shade and then that nice deep transition shade. And then you can go back in with the brushes that we had Blazing and Eden on, just to go around the edges and make sure those colors are still peeking out. Alright, so I'm going to take some of our concealer again, put some on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to go in with the Morphe M213 brush and cut my crease. So once you get them as even as possible, I know mine aren't that even. I'm definitely not the cut crease connoisseur by any means. Just get them as even as you can. And then we'll go back in with that saffron color and just pack that right on the outer corner. So next I'm going to dip into the shade Angelic with my Morphe M167 brush. And then I'm going to just spray that with a little bit of setting spray. And then we'll just press that on right over where we cut the crease. Next I'm going to dip into Turkish Delight, and I just want to pop that right over where these two shadows meet, just to kind of blend them together a little bit more so there's not that harsh line. And we are using Turkish Delight to do this because using another shimmery shade to blend that line is a good way to kind of hide it instead of just having the matte right to the shimmer. Having another like darker shimmer kind of helps you make sure that there's no weird lines and that it's all faded into each other, if that makes sense. But I am gonna just dip my finger into Nefertiti and just pop some right over that light pink shade we put in the very front of our cut crease, just to give it a little bit more shimmer and just a different kind of gold reflect. And taking that same shade Nefertiti that we just used, I'm going to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. And for my lower lash line, I want to take some of Saffron and just sweep that right across. And then I'm going to go back in with Blazing and just smoke that out even more. Next for mascara, I'm going to use the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara. Okay, so see how I got some mascara right in my eyeshadow? If that ever happens to you, don't try and wipe it right away. Give it some time to dry and then go in with a spoolie and just kind of flake it off. And next for lashes, I'm going to use the Cocoa Lashes in the style Queen Bee. For lipstick, I'm going to use the ColourPop Luxe lipstick in the shade Uno Mas. Alright guys, and that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and follow us on Instagram. I'm at Shauna Greggs and Devin is at DevDevGreggs. And with that, we'll see you in our next video.